Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio in Times Square, New York City, we have Kenny Tomlin, founding partner at CourtAvenue, AdWeek's winner of fastest growing agency. Kenny joins me to discuss brands and digital transformation. Kenny, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to TradeTalks.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
You got it. Tell us about CourtAvenue and who some of your clients are.
Yeah, CourtAvenue provides digital transformation and digital innovation services for companies such as Kia, the automotive company, United Healthcare Group, the U.S. Air Force, General Mills, and many others.
I understand you launched this right before COVID. So what was it like starting and managing a business through the pandemic?
Yeah, well, we started in January 2020, and so obviously COVID was quite a curveball that we didn't anticipate. At the time that the lockdowns happened, we were only 4 people, so we were pretty small and nimble. And we just kind of took a pause because we were in that phase of doing rapid, like a lot of business development and growth sort of activities. And a lot of companies were not investing in new partnerships and growth while they figured out what the new normal was. But what ended up happening for us was COVID ended up being a real eye-opener for a lot of companies, and it really accelerated their investment and emphasis on digital transformation and digital innovation. So we ended up kind of being at the right place at the right time. And in the second half of 2020, the business really started taking off.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about just under 4 years, and you're winner of the fastest growing agency, according to AdWeek. What's the significance of that for CourtAvenue?
It's something we're very proud of course. My partner and I, who founded the company, built prior agencies that we sold to WPP and was a part of that large organization before starting CourtAvenue. We've just been able to assemble an incredible, talented team. And so it's a real, honor to be recognized that we're the fastest growing. We certainly didn't start this company knowing that that would occur, but it is a testimony to the quality of the work that we're doing, the team we've assembled, and the clients we get to work for.
I mean, you have significant partners, and again, just under 4 years. What do you think is attributed to the success and the acceleration of the growth?
Yeah. I mean, I mentioned the trend of investment in digital innovation, but really our team is just incredible, second to none, kind of experienced digital professionals. We started this company, I started it at 47, I'm 50 now, my partner's the same age. Our third partner, Michael Stick, in the business also is. And I just think there's a compounding effect that happens in relationships and experience, right? And so the fact that we've been in this industry a long time, the people we were able to hire very early stage are very experienced. And so clients working with us, we're just getting a great result. We're very nimble, we're able to provide a fast service. My partner talks about the speed of street that companies expect today, and I think because of our size and our ability just to kind of lean in with clients, we were able to be very responsive, provide quality, but also at a great speed and time frame, which is really important to us. And I think that's just all contributed to significant growth for us.
I mean, there's something to be said about experience, that's for sure. I mean, when you look to diversify your workforce, I mean, experience is one of those verticals you have to look at. So what differentiates CourtAvenue solutions from competitors in the space?
Yeah. So I think, we certainly have that speed focus. That's our North Star. The name CourtAvenue came from the name of the first paved road in America. In 1893, Bellefontaine, Ohio, the first road was paved. And we say, well, that didn't shorten the physical distance between 2 points, it shortened the practical distance. And so the name itself implies that we're a company that wants to be reactive, responsive, and fast. And I think there's a number of companies that offer solutions in our space, but I think our combined experience and speed has been a big differentiator. We're also focused on supporting an entrepreneurial ecosystem. So we have the CourtAvenue Collective, where we've incubated companies with boutique capabilities and motivated entrepreneurs and founders that work underneath CourtAvenue and also provide value to our customers. And then we're also developing IP and AI space and other emerging technologies. So we bring that value to our clients as well. And that's often unusual in the services industry. So I think that combination has been a real differentiator for us.
How do you see agencies and brands evolving as they accelerate their digital transformation?
So let me tell you what I hear from our clients and why they enjoy working with CourtAvenue. I think there's a number of factors that we hear over and over again. So first off, and we talked about this, the experience is table stakes. They know, they have immediate challenges, they have immediate priorities, and they need people who can move that forward for them. And they need people with experience to do that, and we check that box. But also equally important is intuition. That expression that Wayne Gretzky popularized, skate to where the puck is going. Things like AI and other emerging technologies, clients look to us to lead them in the right direction as it relates to adopting emerging technologies, helping them know what to invest and spend, helping them understand how it's going to change their business for the better, their industry. So they really lean on us for that intuition of understanding where the puck is going and helping leading them there. I think the third thing is speed, which we've already talked about, and the fourth is collaboration. Many of our clients, because they're Fortune 500 companies overwhelmingly, they have other agencies they work with, they have incredible in-house teams that are very talented, there's a lot of work to be done, and they need companies that will collaborate with them and work cooperatively within their network so that everybody wins. And so I think they're really looking for that cooperative, collaborative partner as well.
As a serial entrepreneur, what advice do you have for entrepreneurs of all stages?
Yeah. Well, first off, if you're an entrepreneur, and especially if this is your first company, I can appreciate probably the challenges and how hard it is. I've been an entrepreneur since graduating college in '95 and have been able and lucky enough to start a number of companies, and every single one has been hard. and when I was building my first company, which was in the services industry, I was watching e-commerce companies and thought to myself, if I just had an e-commerce company, was making money when I sleep at night, that would be so much easier. And so later, after I sold the services company, I started an e-commerce business, and that was hard. And when I exited that, I thought, well, I'm going to build a digital product company and annual reoccurring revenue. That sounds super exciting. Like, let's have a business that does that. That business was hard also. When that business eventually sold, and you just got to be determined and keep pushing forward. When that business exited, I thought commercial real estate's where it's at. Let's own hotel. Let's have passive income. Man, that was hard. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Now I'm back to the services again. So every business is hard, but it's incredibly rewarding, and that's why there are a number of serial entrepreneurs, people who do it over and over again, because there's nothing more satisfying than starting a company, getting to have people work together to solve big problems, and then have success in doing that. So that's what I'd say first off, is just recognize that it is going to be very hard. I think the second thing I would recommend is that they play the long game. Now that I'm 50 and starting a company and a company that is really benefiting from the collaboration I've had over the years, the network effect. When I was in my 20s starting companies, I thought it was a zero-sum game, right? I was like, if that client won and I didn't, then I was upset about it. But now I recognize that business is really the long game, and building relationships. Sometimes you compete against someone, and later in life you work together and they work for you. Sometimes someone at a client who doesn't choose you moves companies, and now they're a customer of yours in a different environment in a different company. So I really just recommend that entrepreneurs think long-term, build long-term relationships, and recognize that being an entrepreneur is a long game that pays dividends over time if you build good relationships and treat people fairly. And the third thing that's really worked for me is every business I've started with co-founders. And building a company, because it is hard, it is nice to have a partner or a co-founder who knows everything you know about the business, who can carry that weight and those burdens with you that you can be completely transparent with. So I've always been very fortunate to have incredible co-founders to help these businesses and companies succeed.
All right, we appreciate the insight, Kenny. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.